Educators today face many challenges in the education system, making the smooth functioning of schools difficult. To find solutions, let's first understand these challenges straight from the educators themselves.
Sir, what is the biggest challenge schools and education system are facing today?
Well, the biggest challenge in school system is incorporating the new technologies. Now with the coming up of AI, and now the teachers are not equipped with AI, and children are born with gadgets. They are known as the digital age children. And now the problem is how to fill this gap. And the policy makers will not understand the importance of AI, and teachers will not have that skills, and children will have a problem because they already know about the AI. So this is the problem, and incorporating this knowledge in the teaching system is very important. So this is the challenge that I see, and every teacher should be equipped with AI tools.
I'm running this school for past 35 years, and since then there is only one challenge that I feel is the biggest one, is to make the parents aware that what's going on, how to handle the child. It's not only the parenting tips, but they require all type of guidance. Parents, they don't have the time, or the school, when the school is calling the parents, 50% of people, they are able to attend the PTMs and all. So how to educate the parent? I think that is the biggest challenge.
Thank you.
Alright, so in space of education, there have always been challenges, solutions. If you ask me what is the latest and the one that has impacted everyone around, is the homes that children are coming from. The number of broken homes that you see, the number of disintegrated families, and that's the reason probably, values, soft skills, everything has now come on the shoulder of the school. So having a happy child for me is right now more important than anything else around. Thank you.
I will say with a small anecdote that it takes a village to raise a child, right? So raising a child in any context, especially Indian context, is all about everybody coming together. And it starts with the parenting at home. So what does a school need? A school needs, as a biggest challenge, a child who is well-mannered, a child who is brought up in the right way, who is disciplined in the way he thinks, and a child who is ready to learn. If this challenge can be met, I think all schools can work magic on every child. Because this is what we need: a receptive mind, a well-mannered, disciplined boy who is ready to learn, and a girl as well. And when this happens, teachers and schools will create magic, because then you will focus your time and energy on teaching and not parenting. For me, that's the biggest challenge.
The biggest challenge in education, I feel, is the mismatch between what we say and what we do. The NEP or educationers, what we say is what we can't do. So, like I said in the panel discussion also, there is a total mismatch in the assessment system and the teaching system. So unless that is aligned, and the assessment system of JEE, NEET and IAS, IFS, those kind of examinations are changed, students will still go for marks, students will still follow the traditional system, and what we are saying will never happen.
I think the biggest challenge I foresee students are facing nowadays is our assessment patterns. We expect children to have creative and critical thinking, but when it comes to assessing them, we evaluate them on fixated parameters where we label certain responses as right and rest of the responses as not right, which children don't like. So somewhere we want them to be creative, but the moment they demonstrate that creativity in their responses during assessment, we let them down. I think to me that's the biggest challenge.
For me, the biggest challenge that the schools are facing is regarding the pressure of studies. I think we are concentrating too much on studies, grades, which we've been discussing, and a lot of arguments have been taking place related to that. But the point here is, why do we focus on studies when all the time we are talking about holistic development? Where is that holistic development going to come if you're going to put so much premium on an exam or on a grade or on an entrance test? So I think we really need to look at the final outcome. what is it that we want? Is it doing well in exams or becoming a good human being? जो हमारे पुराने इसमें लिखा हुआ है कि सा विद्या या विमुक्तोय. Education is which liberates. It's not liberating us. It is in fact caging us into a very different mindset where we are only looking that if you've got 99%, you are good to go. Otherwise, you're gone. Thank you.
So the biggest challenge with the school and society is the invasion of AI. It's not only troubling teachers, it's disturbing students also. People are thinking AI will do this. Yes, AI is great thing, but it's great thing in business, industries and all other things, and even in various calculations and data and all. But please remember, it's somewhere restricting creativity of students, out of box thinking of the students. From Chat GPT and all other kind of AI solutions and engines, what you get, what has happened and what people have contributed about that. But what about challenging those things and going beyond? When calculators came, children have stopped thinking calculation. So the sales of brain, which were resulting into calculation and developing calculations, ideas and the creativity and problem solving stopped. Now children will stop thinking also because they will find solution in Chat GPT. This must stop. This is the challenge. AI must be a servant, should not become a master.
I feel that, when you want to educate a child, you need the well-trained teachers and the teachers who are by choice, not by chance. So getting trained, experienced and with the full of mindset to change the future of the student for the right way is the biggest challenge. Getting a good, teaching staff, that's the main thing.
So talking about the challenges that schools and colleges, or rather I would say schools face today, is that a few years earlier, especially when we were children or our children were children, if a child did something wrong or if there was a problem in school, the parents would turn around and try and correct their child and tell the school to help them do that. Whereas today what happens is, even without looking at the problem, the parents immediately point fingers at the teacher and the school. Sometimes, yes, I do agree that the teacher and the school might be at fault, it might be an oversight, but it cannot be every time. So I would always urge the parents, I tell my parents at my school too, that have some faith, have some trust in the school that you've chosen for your child, because without trust, without faith, there's very seldom scope for growth. So I feel that's the biggest challenge that most principals feel, that when you've chosen a school, have faith. Yes, if there's something wrong, do correct it, but not all the time. Thank you.
I want to tell you about the biggest challenge which we have in education industry these days. When we talk of students these days, we heard of depression, stress, these things just in physics. They were in physics books only. But nowadays they are in real life. I met a student a few days back. He was into a severe depression state. The reason being that his Instagram account was blocked. I could not find that is this the reason to get depressed about. This is the end of life. But yes, this is what students are facing these days. So we have to take them out. Though we are heading towards the digital era and we find that okay, Chat GPT, other platforms, they are helping the students. But yes, we are being captured by these. The younger generation is being captured by all of these. So we have to take care of this aspect as well. Thank you so much.
The biggest challenge is that parents now feel they know everything about education, but they are living from their worldview. And today's children are in a completely different world and getting ready for the coming world much faster than both teachers and parents. So parents are actually holding back today's students from their likely potential.
The basic thing is, in case of education, management has given all the resources including infrastructure. Teachers, that is faculty members, are giving all their 100%. Students, learners are coming to the school and universities, but there is no learning what is expected, and I think that's the biggest challenge today.
Why is there no learning? What do you think the reason is?
We ever talk of, if we look into India for last few years, when we talk of becoming an advanced country, we get to know that we ever talk of something which is not in place, like industry academic gap. But I think there is high time wherein we should look into that there is a gap in learning itself. What the teacher is giving and what the student is learning, that's the biggest gap which I feel.
So I feel that the biggest challenge we are facing is the lack of trust between parents and school and students and teachers, because when we were young, our parents trusted the school and teachers blindly. So the biggest challenge is the lack of trust these days.